Go to BVA.org to find out how you can directly make a difference in the lives of the brave men and women who have given their eyesight in defense of our freedom. They fought for your independence, and by going to BVA.org, you can find out how to help these veterans regain theirs. Go to BVA.org today.
Discover the power of movement, connection, and community with the Adaptive Sports and Activities Interest Group. Join fellow veterans in peer-driven conversations focused on adaptive recreation, integrated support, and whole health rehabilitation, all designed to empower dignity, independence, and self-worth. Whether you're looking to get active or stay connected, this is your space to be inspired, supported, and seen. Visit bva.org for more information.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Visions of BVA, the official podcast of the Blinded Veterans Association. I'm your host, Steve Baskus. This podcast is all about sharing experiences, resources, and ideas that support independence, connection, and growth within the blind and low vision community. In today's episode, we're going to focus on music therapy and a simple, accessible way to enjoy and create sound. This is going to be a shorter episode, and my goal is to give you an overview, not a comprehensive tutorial, but a starting point that you can explore further on your own. Before we get into that, I want to share a little bit about who I am and how I got here. My name is Steve Baskus, and I produce and host the Visions of BVA podcast for the Blinded Veterans Association. After losing my vision, I had to rebuild my life and figure out what direction I wanted to go. At one point, I made the decision to go back to school and to learn more about audio and music production. That process took time and effort, especially learning how to use accessible technology with a screen reader. Over time, I developed the skills to record, edit, and produce audio, which led me to producing this podcast. Now I want to share some of that knowledge with you, whether you're looking for a creative outlet, a new skill, or something that can be therapeutic. Let's talk about music therapy. Music therapy is the use of sound and music to support emotional, mental, and even physical well-being. And what's important here is you don't need to be a musician. You don't need formal training. You don't need to understand music theory. You just need a way to interact with sound. That could be as simple as pressing keys on a keyboard, triggering sounds on your computer, recording your voice, or even just listening and responding to sound. For those of us who are blind or low vision, this is especially powerful because sound is something we experience fully. There's no barrier to entry. One of the easiest ways to get started is by using a MIDI controller. MIDI stands for Musical Instrument Digital Interface. It's not sound, it's data. When you press a key on a MIDI keyboard, it sends information to your computer, what note you play, when you played it, and how hard you pressed the key. Your computer then turns that information into sound using virtual instruments. So a MIDI controller, which can be small and simple, can allow you to play piano sounds, drums, or all kinds of instruments right from your computer. You'll often hear me mention Native Instruments. Native Instruments is a company that creates music software and hardware, especially tools designed for creating sound, instruments, and music on a computer. One of their main pieces of software is called Complete Control. Complete Control is both a software application and a plugin that lets you browse sounds, load instruments, and play them using a MIDI controller. It acts as a central hub where you can explore a wide range of sounds, like pianos, drums, synthesizers, and more, all in one place. And importantly, it has been improving in accessibility, making it more usable for blind and low vision users with screen readers. And the great thing is, you don't need to use advanced software to enjoy this. You can simply open the Complete Control application on its own, load a sound, and start playing. You don't need Pro Tools or any digital audio workstation to begin. Now, I do want to show you a quick example of how this can work in a slightly more advanced setup. Again, this is just an overview, not something you need to know right away. All right, in this demonstration, I'm sitting in front of my computer in my studio. I'm running an Apple computer, specifically it's a Mac Studio, and I'll speak the shortcuts. I'm gonna explain what keyboard buttons I'm pressing. And so if you hear me say VO, that just means voiceover. And the voiceover keys, the VO keys, are control and option on a computer keyboard. So I'm here in Pro Tools. I'm going to press VO Home.
Tracks.
It takes me to the top of this window. It's the mix window in Pro Tools. And Pro Tools is a digital audio workstation where you can edit, mix, and arrange audio. And so I'm going to create some tracks. So I'm going to use a shortcut, Command-Shift-N.
Create.
This dialog, this window pops open. I'm going to VO right arrow till I find a pop-up menu for the type of track.
New. Mono, pop-up button.
So I want to make it a stereo track, not a mono track.
Menu, check mark, stereo.
And you don't need to understand why right now, but I'm just going to go over and I'm going to pick instrument track.
Audio track, pop-up button. Menu, check mark, audio track.
So I'm just VO spacing on these pop-up menus, and now I'm going to VO down arrow till I find inst or instrument track.
Aux input, master fader, VCA MIDI track, instrument track, pop-up button, instrument track, pop-up button.
And now if I hit tab,
Edit text, content selected, inst.
I can name it.
Selection deleted.
I'm going to name it drums.
DRUMS. Mix, test to day 1, window, tracks.
So it created a track. Now if I VO right arrow,
Track list pop-up, 1 drums, inst track.
you see 1 drums. I'm going to create another one and call it piano.
Create. 1, new, mono, menu, stereo. Audio track, menu, MIDI track, instrument track, edit text, content, select IANO. Mix.
That quickly, I can do it even faster, but you get the idea. So let's go to the top, VO Home.
Tracks, track list pop-up button.
Now I'm just pressing VO right arrow.
1 drums, inst track. 2 piano, inst track.
And we want to put complete control on these tracks, which is a plugin. So I'm going to go to the drum track.
1 drums, inst track.
I'm going to double tap 1.
Menu, multi-channel plugin, submenu.
And in this menu,
Multi-channel plugin, submenu, EQ, submenu.
I'm going to find native instruments.
Inspector off, noise, native instruments, submenu. Native instruments, submenu, complete control, stereo.
And complete control.
Inspector on.
So I'm going to hit return.
Plugin, complete control, window. 1.
And a plugin window opens up. I closed it with Command Option W. I'm going to go down to this piano track and do the same thing.
2 piano, inst track. Menu, multi-check dynamics, submenu, native instruments, native complete control, inspector on. Pro Tools is not responding. Plugin, complete control.
Sometimes it says Pro Tools not responding, but that's not accurate. It's just buffering. It's loading. So I'm going to close this plugin window because I just instantiated complete control on this track.
2 piano.
And that's what I wanted to show you. So what I've just done is created 2 instrument tracks. One is going to hold a drum sound and the other will hold a piano. What's up? Steve here. In this demonstration, I'm going to show how you select sounds, how you pick a virtual instrument using the Native Instruments Complete Control plugin within Pro Tools on a track, specifically an instrument track. So if I hit VO Home here in the mix window of Pro Tools,
Tracks.
I go to the top of the window. I'll VO right arrow to the drum kit track.
Track list, 1 drums, inst track.
I'm going to arm it.
Armed.
And now if I touch a physical button here on my MIDI controller by Native Instruments, specifically this is the browser button. If I hit this button, I'll be able to peruse or kind of move through different drum kits and hear a preview. So I'll hit browse.
Browser.
And I'm going to grab this encoder knob and I'm going to twist it.
Preset. Gretsch 2016-13 Wasp.
And then I'm going to
Preset. Gretsch 2016-13 Rogers Wood.
I just chose another one. I'll select this kit.
Preset. Gretsch 2016-13 Rogers Wood.
Now, if I go down to the piano
To piano.
and I press Shift R, it's another way to arm the track. I'll be able to arm this track, and I'm going to hit the instance button. I'm going to change to this other instance, and I'm going to hit Browse,
Browser.
and I'm going to twist the
Preset.
knob.
00 Zenny 1.
We're going to pick a piano.
Preset 00 default.
Here we go.
Preset 00 default.
Now, I've got a piano. So that's what I wanted to show you in this demonstration, how to select these virtual instruments. It's the same, I have one piano, one keyboard in front of me, and it can be a piano like this, or I can go to the drum track
One drums.
and arm it. And now I have drums. So that's how you select instruments. Hope you enjoyed this. Catch you in the next demonstration. Now I've loaded a drum kit on one track and a piano on the other. And again, this same experience can happen outside of Pro Tools using the standalone application. Hey, welcome back. Steve here with another demonstration. In this demonstration, I'm going to perform a little bit of drum, like a drum beat, and then maybe play some piano over the top of it. So I'm going to hit VO Home. I'm here in the mix window.
Tracks.
I'm going to move over to the drum track, and I'm going to arm it.
Track list 1 drums. Inst track. Armed.
Just double tapped R to arm it. So now if I hit some buttons or keys, like these two, I think I'm going to just play like a simple, so something like that. Something like that. I'm going to record like 4 bars, and here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So now if I want to see where I am, and I was on bar 2 when I started the recording, so I know if I go to bar 2, and
1 drums.
I just typed in on the numpad on my keyboard, *2 period, and that put me at bar 2. And I can check, as a blind user of Pro Tools, I can use this shortcut because I'm using Flow Tools, another program that helps me identify different things. So here, Command F1.
Bar 2, beat 1 start.
And if I want to make a selection of 4 bars so I can loop it, I'm going to press Command, double tap F3.
Type length value.
I'm going to type 4 bars for the length value, hit Enter, and now if I press Command F3 once,
4 bars length.
it tells me 4 bars. So this will loop. If I press spacebar, which is the play button, it'll just loop what I played. And so now I'm going to go and arm the piano.
To piano.
Shift R. And now I can play over the piano or over the drums. So I'll play like maybe something jazzy, like something like that, right? But see, I could play whatever I want, but I'm going to hit spacebar and I'm going to just kind of groove to this beat. It's not the greatest beat, but it'll work for this demonstration. So here we go, spacebar. So yeah, it's like there's some latency because I'm recording the screen. Sorry, there's some latency because I'm recording the screen, but you get the point, right? If I hit space bar, and I could go on and jam and build something and record. But I just wanted to demonstrate what you can do with the virtual instruments in the sense of layering different types of instruments over each other and create music. I'll catch you in the next demonstration. And just like that, you can start building something. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be complex. It's just about interacting with sound. What's up, everybody? Steve here again with another demonstration. In this demo, I'm going to show some other sounds. I'm going to show you how powerful a MIDI controller is tied or coupled to software like Komplete Kontrol. You already saw me assign like a drum kit and a piano to the tracks, but let's just say I have the drum track armed right now, and I'm going to hit the browse button. Actually, I already have a vocal on the keyboard. So listen. I'm pressing C. And then I can move up C, D, E, watch. And then I can keep going, And you could literally just, tie this to other kinds of instruments and music and make something that's pleasant, or literally just have a good time here messing around with this particular patch or instrument, which is a vocal, a person's voice. Let's pick an orchestral instrument. So I'm going to hit Browse.
Browser.
And I'm going to go to this knob where I can select Type.
Type, vocal.
And I'm going to see, it speaks to me, tells me where I am. If I twist to the left.
Synth pad.
Okay.
Pluck strings, flute, drums. Brass, bowed strings.
Bowed strings. It's bowed
Preset,
strings.
Jaeger 014 double basses, Bardock pizzicato.
It's bowed is what it should have said. But I'm going to twist.
Jaeger 116 violins.
So I just selected these violins. Let's see what they sound like. So again, I'm just pressing C, D, E. I'm literally just playing with one finger. So and I'm pushing. So you could literally make a symphony. And I could fool around all day long doing this. And you could literally do what you will. Let's do one more instrument.
Browser.
Let's do
Type, bowed strings, brass.
some brass.
Preset Jaeger 013 Jaeger 0 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 Jaeger 022 Jaeger 0 Jaeger 0 Jaeger 0 Jaeger 0 Jaeger 026 French horns. Preset Jaeger 026 French horns. Mix.
Here's some French horns. It's a bit high. Let's go lower. So I'm just fooling around, But you get the point, I think. You can take a keyboard that sits right in front of you and turn it into any instrument and really have a good time, make some music. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration. And this is where things can really open up. You can explore different sounds, different instruments, and different textures. You can create music or just experiment with sound and noise. And this is where the therapeutic side really comes in. You don't need to create something perfect. You don't need to share it with anybody. You can just explore, you can experiment, you can create sound for yourself. It can be relaxing, it can be engaging, and it can give you something to focus on and build over time. If you ever decide you want to go further, there are more advanced paths. People who get into audio and music production use tools like computers, audio interfaces, microphones, and software to record and shape sound. That's a deeper learning process, and it does require strong skills with a screen reader and navigating software. But it also opens the door to things like telling stories, sharing information, and even creating your own podcast or audio content. So here's what I want you to take away from this. You don't have to go deep into production to benefit from sound and music. You can start simple. You can sit down with the basic setup and just play. And that alone can be meaningful. Take some time to explore. Do your own research. There are tools, tutorials, and communities out there that can help you learn at your own pace. And in the description of this episode, I'll be including some resources to help you get started and learn more. And if you have any questions, or if you're interested in learning more, you can always reach out to me directly. My email is sbaskis@bva.org. That will also be in the episode description. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Visions of BVA. I'm Steve Baskis, and I'll catch you in the next episode.
You're listening to a BVA production.